Hades? Hey! Mysterious stranger, did you see that? No answer, huh? Figures. Things just keep getting stranger. I need to find a way inside the tower.
Of course, those things are. That was the introduction to Deathbringers. That is not. That was a real Deathbringer, I would probably be dead. That's not someplace we can go, huh? Can't enter this location. Fine. Where the hell? That doesn't go anywhere. Let me up!
I can't go that way. I need to turn back.
Why can't you go that way? I was! I have gone where the game does not want me to go. As is usually the case. Do I have to, like, swing my... Oh, there's a prompt to squeeze through.
Hold for identiscan.
One of these again.
Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. Please step inside.
That was the officers. The end. What about shard scavenger skills? Speaking of skills. Increases the time a machine will remain overridden indefinitely. Okay.
Dr. Sobek, you are 355,510 days overdue for your meeting with Mr. Farrell. Please proceed to the 35th floor.
Wait. 350,000. That's hundreds of years ago. What's going on?
Excellent. Oh, I could go down here. Is there anything over here first? Not really? Alright. Alright, not much over there.
Full already.
Whoop. I think it should tell me if there's like anything around here. What do you think?
A Deathbringer. Or a statue of one, anyway. A machine built to kill. And they honored it?
Welcome to Faro Automated Solutions, where all the problems of tomorrow are being solved today. With over 25,000 human employees based in nations and corporate holdings across the globe, Faro leads the world in every sector of self-sustaining, fully automated technology. From revolutionary consumer products close to home, like the Faro Focus, to the dynamic chariot line of peacekeeping robots halting bloodshed in conflict zones across the globe, Faro remains committed to making the future smarter, brighter, safer, and always surprising.
Well,
Faro Automated Solutions. For every problem of life, a smart solution.
So they made the Focus. 25,000 people? That's bigger than a tribe. So they made machines and devices. I guess those things were common in their world.
July 7th, 2064, 9:54 p.m. Field Commandant Dying of the Indo-Malay Agricultural Combine arrived with his delegation. Refreshments to be served before their 10:15 a.m. sales presentation on the Chariot line. Per instructions, food will be vegetarian only. 10:07 a.m. Sander Agnew, Vice President of Territorial Integrity from Fresh Grounds Coffee Global, arrived with his entourage. Refreshments to be served before their 10:30 a.m. sales presentation on the Chariot line. For instructions, will use Fresh Grounds Tacoma blend, no artificial creamers. 10:12 a.m. So that happened. Call security and janitorial to clean up the coffee that was spilled. Actually, more like thrown. I wasn't aware that the Indo-Malay Combine grows coffee beans, and that Fresh Grounds acquisition teams has tried to take their fields by force, repeatedly. I think Commandant Dying and Agnew had Agnew by the hair for a second there. Who schedules these things? I'm going to drop a line to sales. This can't happen again. It's basically they're trying to sell their military crap to competing factions, because of course they are.
What was this place? What were they doing here?
It was a corporation. A group of people not unlike a tribe. And they made machines.
Yeah, go on.
I've uploaded some data files to your Focus. They'll help you understand.
Alright. Bio, Elizabeth Sobek. Elizabeth Sobek, born March 11th, 2020. Hey! So she's like 7 months old right now. Is an American scientist, roboticist, and engineer, widely regarded as one of the... Someone... You know what? I hope there's someone who is a fan of this game who had a girl born on that date and was like, let's name her Elizabeth Sobek, whatever. An engineer widely regarded as one of the greatest minds of the 21st century. Born and raised outside Carson City, Nevada, she enrolled at Stanford University at age 13, earning a BS in experimental physics and computer science at age 16. By the way, Aloy probably has no idea what any of this means. She completed her PhD in robotics and artificial intelligence design at Carnegie Mellon. In 2040, joined Faro Automated Solutions as a junior scientist the same year, rising quickly to chief scientist at the age of 22. For the next 8 years, her green robot designs played a vital role in realizing the environmental cleanup and detoxification after the clawback decade, propelling FAS to the forefront of its field. In 2048, she suddenly resigned from SAS, protesting the company's pivot to automated military technologies. In 2049, she founded Miriam Technologies, a firm devoted to life-positive robotics and other technologies. Miriam has since become one of the world's largest suppliers of green robots, winning numerous awards, accolades, including the 2053 Nobel Prize for Physics and the 2056 Rachel Carson Award for Environmental Progress. Bio, Ted Faro. Theodore Ted Faro, born December 24th, 2013, was an American entrepreneur and business magnate. He's the founder of Faro Automated Solutions, the largest corporation of all time, the world's wealthiest individual, the first ever trillionaire. Born and raised in Salt Lake City, Utah, he enrolled at the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA, where he studied business for 2 years before dropping out in 2033 to start FAS. Though it struggled at first, the company broke through at the end of the troubled 2030s with its popular lines of personal servitors and bodyguard bots, then exploded when its famous line of green robots led the race to solve the climate crisis during the 2040s clawback. At the end of the decade, FAS opened a military defense branch, dominating the world market for automated military platforms by 2053. The success of SAS has made Mr. Faro the world's best-known businessman, one of the most sought-after speakers, and major voice in politics, culture, and international affairs. History. FAS. Faro Automated Solutions is an American multinational corporation entity that produces robots for all walks of life through its core business. Though its core business consists of military defense contracts as of 2063, FAS ranked number 1 among the Fortune 5 by gross revenue and profit for 10 years in a row, a world record. Founded in 2033 by Theodore Ted Faro, an entrepreneur from Salt Lake City, Utah, the company developed several promising robot prototypes in its early years, but failed to break into markets dominated by then industry giants like General Synthetics and Rekor. This changed in 2038 with the debut of the Alfred line of levitating personal servitors, which generated exceptional sales, lifting the company into the Fortune 50 for the first time. Profits tripled in the 2040s as the company's environmental efforts, led by famed engineer Elizabeth Sobek, catapulted FAS to the head of that sector. 2049, in the wake of successful green and climate cleanup efforts around the globe, worldwide approval ratings of FAS exceeded 90%, and founder Ted Faro was hailed across media and social networks as the man who saved the world. Well, that's ironic. Yet it was the emergence of FAS as a military contractor in the late 2040s that cemented its status as the world's wealthiest corporation, with a record market capitalization of over $23 trillion. By 2055, FAS controlled 61% of the market share for automated military platforms, holding contracts with 353 nations, trans-governmental organizations, and corporate entities. Today, its holdings exceed the second largest corporation by 320%. I know, it would have been nice if... And that's just the definition of corporation, which hopefully we know what it is. Well, there's something in here to scan, at least.
Now, I know this must seem like a bizarre change in direction. I mean, we're Faro Automated Solutions, right? #1 robotics firm in the world. Why would we clear our production slate to fabricate human-operated vehicles and weapon systems, the relics of the past? All I can say at this juncture is... trust me, we will be exploiting a massive, growth opportunity by retooling and reallocating capacity according to my plan. So I will need revised projections of mass fabrication velocity across every pipeline within 36 hours.
So they were making machines, then they stopped to make other kinds of weapons? Why?
Boy, I'm glad they have some chill water and wire in these old buildings.
The air. There's no smell to it. Not even old death. Nothing natural. Another cave-in. But I could get through.
Text mail. Complaint. From J. Friedkin to reception. Hey reception, if that's your real name. Want to know who scheduled Indo Melee right next to Fresh Grounds? That would be me, Senior VP of Sales. Want to know why? After that little hair-pulling incident, both sides increased their bids by 40%. I'll explain. Because a receptionist-level brain probably requires it, those two sides are fighting. And what do we sell? That's right, combat machines! We want them to hate each other. So they will try to fight each other with what? That's right, combat machines, which they will pay us a lot of money for. So I suggest you go back to serving coffee with a blank smile and let me do my much more complicated job. Thanks a bunch, Mr. Friedkin to you. Ah, he seems like a nice guy. All right.
Got too much already.
Is there nothing in here to... Seemed like a big detour to have nothing but a supply crate, but... this where I wanted to go? I guess so. Jesus. Thanks for scaring me half to
Looks like I
death.
can climb here. Made it.
Let's search down these other places first. Is this just going in that same... That doesn't look like it.
The ACA-3 Scarab combines conventional and information warfare capabilities in one package. Designed for high-speed, all-terrain reconnaissance. It boasts the world's highest survivability rating of any Scout-class autonomous agent. Maybe it's the Scarab's emergency biomass conversion systems that ensure it always makes it back to base, even if fuel supply lines have been interdicted. Or maybe it's the Scarab's ability to slave enemy robots to its own network. Now that's force multiplication. Add a prehensile manipulator arm that can handle a host of functions. From 360-degree less lethal riot management to surgical repairs of Allied chariot line models. And you've got the workhorse of any cutting-edge peacekeeping fleet.
The Corruptor. Slave enemy robots to its own network. It sounds like it's talking about how it corrupts machines.
The BOR-7 Horus. Imagine your complete engagement ecosystem comprehensively managed by a high-speed learning machine network. Whether your need is to replace battlefield losses or intensify force projection, the Horus's onboard manufacturing capabilities mean you'll never get stuck waiting for the next arm.
I think it's supposed to be a display, but...
The FSP-5 Khopesh provides a one-size-fits-all solution to main battle force capability. Metamaterial construction delivers unmatched recoil dampening, allowing you to field any weapon package that conforms to your budget needs and conflict resolution profile. Patented biomass conversion systems allow extended emergency operations with minimal environmental impact. Multilinear target processing provides simultaneous real-time threat analysis and legal review for autonomous domestic operations. Or control can be slaved to the swarm's neural network for weapons-free force application. Either way, when it's time to call out the big guns, it's time to call Khopesh.
The Deathbringer. So this was the heavy hitter. Main battle force indeed.
I didn't finish this one, so...
The BOR-7 Horus. Imagine your complete engagement ecosystem comprehensively managed by a high-speed learning machine network. Whether your need is to replace battlefield losses or intensify force projection, the Horus's onboard manufacturing capabilities mean you'll never get stuck waiting for the next arms delivery. Simply redefine your force parameters, and the Horus will fabricate additional units to fill the ranks for an affordable per-unit licensing fee. Meanwhile, the biomass conversion systems of other chariot line models allow them to keep the Horus fueled, repaired, and ready, extending its operational tolerances beyond that of any competing Titan-class platform. That's the Horus advantage. Always regulating, always ready. The future of automated warfare made real today.
The Metal Devil. So these were Faro machines too. Manufacturing capabilities. They can make more of themselves. Then how would you ever stop them?
Exactly. Spiritual Summit. From Ted Faro to Paula Vacera. Paula, recent events have sharpened my perspective, and I think I and FAS in general have been neglecting the spiritual side of things. Not under any specific religious framework, of course, but in a more general sense, as in not giving enough thought to our shared values, hopes, and aspirations for the afterlife. I'd like you to reach out to religious leaders of every stripe with the intention of scheduling a conference soon. Very soon. I'll have more thoughts about the agenda later, but for now, let's put out some feelers to see if we can lock something in. Maybe make it a big tent. No cooks, but anyone with credible audience. Let's go to Lux. Make it clear we spare no expense.
Should have brought a cart.
Nothing in here. Campus log. High priority alert. Automated log note. All non-essential systems have entered hibernation. High priority alert. Automated log note. Full lockdown has been initiated. High priority alert. Due to the increasing frequency of violent protests targeting the campus, the security of FAS employees can no longer be guaranteed. Therefore, we've taken the difficult decision to shutter this facility indefinitely. Staff will be briefed on a block-by-block basis regarding proper procedure for archiving and or disposing of project-related data and materials. High-Sec and a crisis team will then conduct exit review before all areas are locked down. High priority alert. Priority message to all staff in ENF blocks. Threat. Treat the current lockdown situation as an exercise, but do not attempt to release the hatches or otherwise exit the buildings. Additional public access road act has now been closed. $48 more entries in the high priority.
So people were angry at Faro, at the corporation. They blamed this place for something. Something bad.
I think I was already in here, right?
Looks like the way up. What's left of it. Gonna be a long way up. Frozen metal most of the way. Not making this easy, Dr. Sobek. If plants can find a way to hang on up here, guess I can too.
Oh. Where does it want me? It wants me to go up, so let's go over here first. Maybe not. Oh. Maybe.
Frost on my eyelashes.
Oh, maybe this was just an alternate way to go. Guarding the rumors.
This began when they engaged in unauthorized offensive operations against robots and human personnel of the Hearts Timor Energy Combine. Now, I wish that I could relate that the crisis has been exaggerated, but it's not. The Peacekeepers have not responded to stand-down codes, and by all signs, they appear to be replicating at a precipitous rate. Now, what I can promise you can absolutely assure you is that I am already devoting every possible resource towards reaching a speedy conclusion to this issue. So when you hear the bad talk about us against this company in the days, maybe weeks to come, just bear in mind that we will get past this. That a day's coming when none of this will matter.
Peacekeepers. That's what they called their machines. They were built for war, not peace. Forget about traveling light.
On. Wait, isn't this just... Well, I guess it's not. Okay. No. Right, Orc?
I'd have to leave something else behind. Okay. Woo. No space.
Wow, I'm out of room for fatty meat? Fine. Also, how is there fatty meat in there? I'd really like to know. Banda C incident. So I think I missed something here. Or maybe not. Bob, another problem to add to our big steaming pile. Apparently a fisherman in the Bandit Sea captured video of a Hearts Timor Horus unit refueling via biomatter conversion along the shoreline of Palu Watar on a pod of endangered dolphins, no less. Quite possibly the last of their kind. Not to get graphic, but it looks like what happens inside a blender, as if the robot was whipping up a big pink swirling milkshake of dolphin chum. A suppression team has scrubbed it from 43 networks, but it's still propagating, so it's only a matter of time before it goes viral. A prepared statement feels grossly insufficient. Any suggestions? This one's a real stinker. Good job.